Okay, so this is a continuation of lesson 5.4. We are on page 13 of our notes. Yesterday, or in the first part of the lesson, we talked about the product property, and then we talked about the quotient property, right? So multiplication turns into what? Addition. Division turns into subtraction, okay? So one of the ways that you can remember that, and if you want to write this on the top of your paper, that's fine, is we can write the word MADS. As my Algebra 1 teacher in high school told me, you got to get MADS. That's what he would always say, so we would never forget. Multiplication and addition. Look, multiplication and addition go together. Division and subtraction go together. Okay? So if you have trouble remembering that, write MADS at the top of your paper and put a line to split between the A and the D to know that multiplication and addition go together, division and subtraction go together. Okay? All right. So we're talking about the power property. The power property, we know that a power is an exponent. So if we're thinking about an exponent, what happens with an exponent when we are expanding this is our power is going to come out and be a coefficient of our problem. Okay, so if you have a power, if you're going to expand it, it's going to come out in front and say n times log base b of m. So the power comes out to be a coefficient and it gets multiplied times the log. Vice versa, if it's a coefficient, it can go out and be an exponent if you're trying to condense it. Okay, so if we're looking at like number 16, okay, we have an exponent of 7. That means 7 is going to come out to the front, and it's going to be 7 times log base 2 of 8. And then we would just leave it as that. Okay, what about 17? That's kind of tricky. So on 17, this whole x minus 1 is going to come out here. But what's already happening out there? There's a 3. So we have a 3 times x minus 1 log 4. I'm sorry, log of 4. It's base 10, right? When we don't see it, there's a base 10 there. And then we can, if we want to, we can distribute this 3. So this is going to be 3x minus 3 times log base 10 of 4. What about number 18? Does number 18 have an exponent? Is it 2? Is it 1? Do you guys remember last unit? We talked about the number that's out here, which is a 2. And this number in here is a 1. So how could we rewrite this as a rational expression? W to the what? W to the 1/2. Do you guys remember we talked about that? Where the root comes and it becomes the denominator, right? So this would be W to the 1/2 power log base 7. So now I do actually have an exponent. It's 1/2. Where's that 1/2 going to go? Out to the front. Okay? So I have log 1/2 times log base 7 of W. Okay, let's look at number 13. So now we're going to go the opposite way. If they ask you to condense, we have a 5 here. Yesterday I told you not to simplify, but today we are going to. So where's this 5 going to go?
Above the 2.
It's going to become an exponent or a power of the 2. So this would be log base 4 of 2 to the 5th power. Can we simplify 2 to the 5th power with our calculator that we have in front of us? Lexi says 32. Leanna echoes a 32. Anybody else get 32? Okay. So I can rewrite this as log base 4 of 32. Questions on number 13? Okay, what about 14? What are we going to do on 14? Say that again, Lexi.
Take the 7 to the x.
Take the 7 and make it become a power of x. So I have log base 2 x to the 7th power. Now, can we simplify that any? We can't, so we're just going to leave it. And number 15. What are we going to do here, Ryan, on 15?
1/3 to the 8.
Okay. So I'd have log. Remember, when there's no base there, we know it's 10, right? Of 8 to the 1/3 power. Now, we're not allowed to leave a fraction as an exponent. So think about what we did in 18. How would we simplify 15? Think about it going the opposite way. Leanna, what would you do?
I don't know if it's right, but would you make the 3, the 1/3, 3 to the negative?
No, not when it's an exponent, but remember that we can make the denominator come out and be the what? The root, right? So I could have log base 10 of the cube root of 8. Right, we learned that last unit. Is the cube root of 8 a perfect cube? Is there some number times itself 3 times that makes 8? 2, right? So we know that this simplifies really to be log base 10 of 2. Okay? Questions on that part? On the next page, these are some samples. It says, rewrite as a single logarithm, simplify if possible. So yesterday we did not simplify. Today we're going to simplify. The first section is condensing. So that means we're taking big logs and we're making it into a single logarithm. Okay? So the first thing to always look for is powers. So if you need to make yourself a note, I would say number 1 is always going to be power. Take care of your power property. And then step number 2 is going to be you're simplifying with the MADS property that we learned in the previous lesson or in the previous video. So the first thing is to take care of the power property. Next, we're going to take care of MADS. So in number 19, do I have a power property, Braxton, that I need to take care of in 19?
Yeah.
Which one? 2 needs to go up to the what?
The 6 and the 9.
To the 6 and the 9, or just the 6? What do you guys think? Is the 2 on the log 9? It's not. It's only with log 6. If it was with both, it would look like this, guys. It would be in parentheses, and the 2 would be going to both of them. Okay? So the 2 is only going to go to the 6. So I have log 10, 6 squared, minus log 10 of 9. Okay, so that's step number 1. I took care of my power. Step number 2, this is a subtraction problem, so it's going to turn to what, Olivia? If it's subtraction, it's going to turn into a... Olivia? Division problem. What's going to go out front, Olivia? Remember, what do they have in common? Just log, right? So that's what goes out front. And then which number goes on top of your division problem? The 6 squared, right? Over 9. Can we simplify anything else?
You don't need to solve 6 squared.
Do we? If we're going to simplify it all the way out, we do need to, right? So 6 squared we know is really 36. So I have 36 over 9. What is 36 over 9 reduced to? 4. So this is just log base 10 of 4. Okay? Why don't you try 20 on your own? See what you can do on 20. Okay, so what was the first thing you did on 20? Aspen, what's the first thing you did on number 20? Okay, so you took the two beginning numbers, we call those the coefficients, and you put 4 with the A. And you put the 2 with the B, right?
Yeah.
So this is log base 4A to the 4th plus log base 4B squared. Good. That's the first step. Then we have to take care of this is an addition problem, and addition turns into what, Daniel? Good, multiplication. So Daniel, why don't you clean it up for me? What's it going to look like? Bless you.
Log to the base of 4,
Okay?
then parentheses a to the 4th power times b squared.
Perfect. Anybody else agree with that? Have that on their paper? Okay. All right, so let's look at 21. You guys can sit right here. On 21, okay, the first thing that we take care of is our powers, right? So Cedric, what's the first power you're going to take care of?
The 3 and the 4, log base 2, 4.
Are you on 21 with me?
Oh shoot. Log base 4,
Okay.
u to the 7th.
Okay, good. So you're taking the 7 and you're putting it up there. Okay, then what do you do with the other one?
Log base 4
Hmm.
to
V squared, but there's already an exponent there, right? Okay, so our process tells us it becomes an exponent, right? So if I know that it's going to become an exponent, I could put the 3 there, right? Because I know that it needs to be an exponent. And then what's our rule with exponents when they're beside each other, but you can't see a base for this outside one? Lexi, what's our rule? What are we going to do with the 2 and the 3? Excellent. We're going to multiply. So we can multiply 2 times 3, which gives us 6. So I know that this is really v to the 6th power. No, because the negative deals that it's telling you that it's a subtraction problem. Yeah, good question. Okay, Donald, clean this up for me.
Log 4 u, or no, log 4 with the u to the 7 over b to the 6.
Anybody agree with Donald here? One person?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4? Good, excellent. Excellent job. All right, why don't you try number 22. On 22, take it 2 at a time. Do the first 2 together, simplify that, and then put that third one on there.
Debated.
You debated, okay?
I'll tell you.
Leanna, what did you try? You take care of these 2 things first. Addition turns into what?
What?
I thought you were going to tell me what you did.
Yeah, I was, but Daniel
Okay.
asked me. I got sidetracked. Log 2, and then I got 15 times 4
Okay.
minus log of 2.
Okay. Minus log 2 of 6.
Of 6.
Okay? All right, so we took the first 2 and we knew that addition turns into multiplication. Now we have a what kind of problem is this now? No. Okay, it's a subtraction and we know that subtraction turns into division. Okay? So now we take that 15 times 4. Remember, we can simplify this. What is 15 times 4, Ben? 60. Ben says it's 60, so we're going to have a log 2 on the outside. We have 60 over 6. Right? So I simplified the 15 times 4 to make our 60.
Oh my gosh, I was right.
Excellent. You had a light bulb moment, eh?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
but can-
originally wrote it out.
Crystal, can we simplify this any further?
Yes, 10.
Perfect. Log base 2 of 10. Okay? Questions on that one? On a scale of 5, 1 to 5, show me how you're feeling about this. 1 is like, what did we just do? 5 is like, this is freaking easy.
I mean, I'm gonna do it.
Where are you at? Where are you at? This? 5? All right, Daniel. Daniel's ready to teach us. Okay, let's take a look. Let's do one that's a little bit harder. Okay, not a big deal. We're going to get to it. let's take a look at, let's do 26. All right, let's do 26. First of all, what's the first thing we always take care of, Aspen? What do we always look for first? We wrote it down on the top of our page. Did you not write it down? Okay, before MADS, what do? What property are we looking for? Mitchell.
Take care of power.
We take care of the power, right, Aspen? Yeah. Take care of the power first. So, Aspen, do you have a power there on number 26?
26, yeah,
Okay, so we're going to take care of our 2. Do I have any other powers? Lexi, what other power do I have? What?
We just took 2 over, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay, so then it'd be, you take the fraction over.
Okay, the 1/4, right? So we have minus log 16 to the 1/4 plus log 3. Now, 16 to the 1/4, if we do that off to the side, 16 to the 1/4, remember, we talked about this last unit. What does that 4 become?
4 negative 1.
Nope.
No.
Say that again, Cedric. The root, right? It comes out to be the root. So this is the 4th root of 16. And if we break this down, 4 and 4, 2 and 2, remember we're looking for a group of 4 things. I have a group of 4 2s, right? So the 4th root of 16 is just what? 2. Here, let's say it with confidence.
2.
The 4th root of 16 is just, thank you, just 2. All right, so we know, guys, that this number right here just becomes a 2. Okay, so this just becomes a 2. And what about 6 squared? What does that become? 36. Okay, so now it's similar to what we did before. They both have a log in common. All right, we take care of the first 2. So these first 2, subtraction turns into what, Braxton? What did you say? Okay, so subtraction turns into division, if I understand you correctly. Right? Is that what you had? Okay. Plus log 3. Remember, they have the same bases, right? That's base 10. That's why we're allowed to combine it. 36 divided by 2, Braxton. Finish that one up for us. 18. So I really have log 18 plus log 3. Alyssa, addition turns into what?
Oh, no.
Did you get MADS? You didn't. You forgot. You didn't get MADS. Addition turns into what? Say that again. Right? Addition and multiplication go together. Okay. So addition, you said it's turning into... Good. Okay. Multiplication. So this is going to be log 18 times 3. Who's got that on their calculator? What'd you say, Olivia? 54. Teamwork makes the dream work. Log base 10 of 54. Bingo, bango, bongo. Any questions on 26? That one was kind of a long one. Okay? But if we take our steps one at a time, Aspen, what's the first one?
Power.
You're not going to forget it now. Power property, right? We do power property first, take care of all those, and then we do our MADS.
I'm going to change my voting.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad you changed your voting from a 3 to a 4?
This is 2.
Oh, confidence building. All right. Okay, so now we're going to expand. So now we're going the opposite direction. It's going to be 1, and we're going to make a bunch of them. Okay? So again, we're going kind of the opposite. So we're going to do MADS first, and then take care of our powers. Okay? So if we are looking at 27, there are 3 things being multiplied. You guys see that? So you can kind of think of it as distributing that log 6, but it's not really distributing, but we can think of it like that. So a multiplication turns into what, Leanna? Okay, so on your homework, you need to do page 16, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then on page 17, 13, 16, 18.